I think you do. Why don't you let the jury...
This is really, really boring. Let's see what's on the shopping chair.
Don't you dare turn it off.
Is it true that Adam confessed to his crime only after he had reason to believe that his wife had cheated on him with you?
Objection, Your Honor. This is not Annie Chandler's trial.
Overruled. Continue.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'm simply trying to make it clear that Adam didn't confess right away. Months went by.
Because he didn't remember.
Even after he remembered. Weeks. When the three of you were keeping it a secret. Why did Adam finally reveal it?
Yes, Adam briefly suspected us of having an affair, but realizing that wasn't true is what got him to fight for his freedom. That is why he is here today.
Confessing to the crime of murder, you mean?
My uncle has destroyed himself over what he did. He was in a state of shock.
No more questions.
Counselor, you may call your next witness.
The defense calls Dr. Angela Hubbard.
You okay?
Just really hot in there. It's tough for me to listen to Scott let Adam off the hook so easily.
Not to mention the fact that your cancer's back.
I can manage. Look, I'm not going to tell Marissa, so you can just save your breath.
Yeah. Why would you want to let her in on it? I mean, she's just your wife.
I'm here for her. Do you see her taking notes, taking charge? She's going to make a great attorney one day.
She's got better things to do than to deal with you.
I better get back in there.
Hey, what are you doing here? Testifying. Can I ask you something? Did you think it was a good idea to tell Erica that Kendall is in L.A.?
Zach, I warned her not to go, all right? But Kendall is her daughter, and you know Erica.
Yeah. And you know what she was going to see when she got out there. Aiden Kendall shacked up. A woman that's not going to come home to her kids, her family. Stay out of my business.
You hired me to find Kendall.
Yes, and you found her. Now stay out of my business.
So the day after the murder, Adam Chandler was brought into the hospital. Can you describe his condition?
Confused, disoriented, prone to blackouts.
And what was his attitude towards his brother's death?
Well, he wasn't even aware of his brother's death until his son J.R. told him in the hospital.
So what is this mental state indicative of?
Well, it could be several things. His age, the heart attack, possibly early Alzheimer's.
Objection, Your Honor. This is not Dr. Hubbard's area of expertise.
Agreed. I'll retract the question. In fact, Dr. Hubbard, you're a toxicologist, isn't that right?
Yes, I am.
So did you test his blood?
Yes.
And what did you find?
A combination of unprescribed drugs in his system. Long-acting benzodiazepines and apparently administered by a nurse, Gail Walker.
For what purpose?
Trying to impress her boss, Dr. David Hayward.
So was this under David Hayward's orders?
Well, nothing against Dr. Hayward was proven, and Nurse Walker disappeared after that.
So I have here a transcript of her confession. I would like to enter it as Defense Exhibit A for the jury to examine. Your witness.
I have no questions.
Excellent job.
That is pretty much when it started, wasn't it?
When what started?
Your plot to become part of the Chandler family, to get Adam to help you get your daughter back.
Ryan, you don't even make any sense.
When you were up in the attic, Annie, for all that time with Adam, that's when the wheels started to turn.
I am not the one on trial here, okay?
Well, you sort of are, actually, because eventually Adam is going to be allowed to walk, and then all of that is going to come crashing down on you.
Yeah, in your dreams.
You're going down, Annie. You got to believe that, because you weren't on drugs, right? You weren't on drugs. Nobody was pulling your strings. You were in control.
If I was in such control, why would I let myself fall in love with Adam? Why would I risk everything?
You never loved him. You just made him believe that you loved him.
I was pregnant with his baby.
You were using him just like you're using him now to get you out of this mess. Or so you hope, right? I mean, have you ever thought, maybe, that Adam is just setting you up to take the fall?
That's ridiculous.
Is it? I mean, he looks pretty happy. All right, he kind of looks like the cat who just swallowed the canary. You know what I think? I think the old Adam Chandler is back, and I think you are his first victim.
Just about everybody in Adam's life went to his house that night to kill him. They all had motive. Half of them had guns.
But ultimately, Kendall Slater confessed. True?
Yes.
Did you believe her?
No. But I kept the investigation going. Annie Lavery became the prime suspect, and it turns out that Adam Chandler was the guilty party.
So, Adam confessed to you?
Yes. To me and D.A. Willis.
Thank you, Chief Hubbard. I have no further questions.
I just have one question. Did you work alone, or did you have help?
Help doing what?
Well, there was someone else who had a vested interest in the identity of the true killer, correct?
Well, there's actually...
Come on, Jesse. Everybody knows I was all over this. And they know why.
If the defense has nothing further, I'd like to call my only witness, Zach Slater.
Yes, I acted on my own.
And you investigated several avenues, I understand.
I was determined.
And why is that?
Kendall was in prison for something she didn't do. She's my wife. Mother of my children.
And when was it that you learned that Adam was the one that pulled the trigger?
Not long ago.
But Mr. Chandler's attorney claims that Adam only recently remembered himself. Are you saying that you believe Mr. Chandler?
Objection, Your Honor. Badgering the witness.
I'll hear the answer.
There was a secret in that house, and they were hiding it.
Who is they?
Adam, Scott, Annie.
Are you saying that it's possible that Adam knew he was the murderer all along?
Objection, Your Honor.
Overruled. Answer the question, Mr. Slater.
Repeat the question.
I will. But first, let me read you an excerpt of an interview that you had with Chief Hubbard just weeks after the murder.
Okay, objection, Your Honor. No foundation.
I'm merely refreshing the witness's memory. And these police interviews have been in evidence since day one.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Chief Hubbard, so you think Chandler knows who killed his brother, Mr. Slater? Yeah, I overheard him talking to Annie. He said, "It's my fault Stewart's dead. I pulled the trigger on my own brother."
I believe you were speaking figuratively.
Yes, that's what you thought at the time, but in retrospect, knowing what you know now, and remembering the conversation you overheard, is it possible that Adam Chandler was speaking literally? That he has, in fact, been keeping the secret of his guilt hidden for all this time?
I think it's very possible.